What is up, guys? This is Benji, and you're here checking out a practice duel between myself and Joe from TCGExtreme. He's running ABC, and I'm running my Red Dragon Archfiend Shiranui Psy-Frames. Unfortunately for him, I happen to open up with Max C. Now, we're both preparing for the YugiTuber Grand Championship Mokuba League, which I will link up above. So I get a bunch of cards in my hand, but of course, as I'm not playing a particularly proactive deck, more cards doesn't really matter. Now, my goal was to force a negate from his Cyber Dragon Infinity, so I could use my Psy-Frame Gear Gamma to negate and destroy Infinity. Unfortunately for me, the one card that he had set was the one card where this play would not work out successfully against. But I mean, it is the most likely trap card to have been set. Although forcing his negation did allow me to resolve Curry Bandit, so I was actually able to add my Overload to my hand while discarding my Mizuki at the same time. So it's a twofer. It's pretty nice when you get to draw into something like Twin Twister or be able to discard something after a Curry Bandit. Now, also unfortunate for me, Joe is actually very well versed in playing against Psy-Frames, because his partner from TCGExtreme, Wes, is a big Psy-Frame user. Secondly, unfortunate for me, in addition to the driver that was banished at the end of the turn from the alpha, the other one I play is actually banished off of the Product Desires, so I actually have no defense at the moment. So despite resolving Maxi, I actually have no way to play any of the cards in my hand. I actually intentionally activate Psy-Frame Overload knowing it would be negated, because it allowed me to get a gear banished so I can resolve my Psychic Field Zone and actually get my driver back into the graveyard to get me back in the game. Now, I actually managed to get into a play where I can go into one of my bigger and more devastating monsters, and he has already used his negate for his Cyber Dragon Infinity. Now, unfortunately, I am very forgetful about link format, and I had to get my Omega off the field. Additionally, I'm only playing one Psy-Frame Lord Omega, reason being, we are playing by the world's ban list for the Mokuba League, so I have one Omega, but it can leave, and it's still very good. Now, the other half of my deck is actually a Red Dragon Archfiend deck. It's kind of a disguised Shiranui, Red Dragon Archfiend, and Psy-Frame deck, so it's very difficult for your opponent to see what they can actually do to you at any particular point in time. Now, he went into Emerald trying to get some cards, but he couldn't do much with that. I actually just remember earlier in the duel, he actually... Oh, I went into Bane. Bane is great in this game. Earlier in the duel, he actually uses Infinity to absorb one of his monsters, which he may have done to get an additional negate, but I'm not sure if that was a misplay. I definitely made a misplay here, because not only could I have brought out a Ghost Ogre to back me up with defense, I should have brought out the Ghost Ogre to back me up with defense, because two Uni Zombies aren't even useful in the same turn. Now, what's so good about the Red Dragon Archfiends in Link format is that Bane can start bringing different one. Bane can actually tribute itself and return itself to the main monster zone, so you can actually clear your Link zone that way. Alright, so he's going into Diamond Direwolf, which I feel this was his biggest mistake in the game. He went to destroy Psy-Frame Overload, which was a bit useless with all these monsters on my field. Additionally, it gave me no reason to negate his card effect with Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, so he couldn't actually deal with me at the moment. Whereas if he'd have targeted Abyss, I would have had to negate Diamond Direwolf, and he would have detached his A, B, or C as cost, so he would have still been able to access his Buster Dragon, but he would have been able to do more at the time. And I'd have been down 2 dragons now instead of 1. Alright, so normally I would go into a Crystal Wing off of this, but he's got 3 defending monsters and not enough life points to survive the hit from all these big giant dragons, so go for Scarlight and inflict a lot of damage, and all of his ABCs get destroyed, and he takes 15. Now, ABC is pretty good in this format because you can actually you can send all 3 to the graveyard to make a Decode Talker, so it's actually a pretty good meta play. And we're going to probably keep working on these, and we did play a few games, and I'm sure I lost some. This is just the only one I actually saved a replay for, and I thought it was pretty interesting, and part of this video is to help remind me of why this deck may or may not work in this format. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time.
And if you like what you saw, you can find one of our latest uploads right here. Also, YouTube has recommended this video for you. Click here to make sure you subscribe to our channel to get updates as soon as they occur. See you next time.